FOX ニュースによると、中国共産党は太陽光発電産業のサプライチェーンの 80% を支配しており、この産業を利用してアメリカに対して経済戦争を仕掛けているという、詳しくは VTR をご覧ください。
Stories about China. One way in which China is waging economic war on the U.S. is through the solar panel industry. Beijing dominates the supply chain for those devices and is seeking to push the U.S. further out of the business. Here's senior national correspondent Rich Edson.
It grows every year for sure.
Bobby Monticello with Ipsun Solar says her company now works about 10 projects a week. The U.S. Energy Information Administration says residential solar installations rose 34% from 2020 to 2021, thanks in part to billions in federal and local subsidies.
If you have tax liability, it's a 30% reduction in the cost of your project. So it's a huge incentive.
6 months ago, this family went with solar. Now it's the neighbor's turn. The Biden administration is pushing more of this as a way to cut carbon emissions, but there are significant challenges. 80% of the solar supply chain is in China. And now to protect its manufacturing, Beijing is considering banning exports of key solar technology after undercutting U.S. products more than a decade ago.
China is now threatening to disrupt U.S. solar ambitions again by not selling us those key building blocks that go into solar manufacturing.
The Labor Department says about 95% of solar panels are made from polysilicon, and nearly half the global production comes from Xinjiang, China, where Uyghurs and other Muslim minorities are subjected to forced labor. A federal law went into effect last summer, requiring customs officials to seize products from Xinjiang. But in a letter to Congress, the acting Customs and Border Protection Commissioner says there is, quote, a risk that solar panel components with a nexus to Xinjiang could appear in the supply chains exported to the United States, but that CBP, quote, has devoted significant resources to the development of techniques to improve supply chain visibility. The U.S. Solar Industry Trade Association calls evidence of forced labor reprehensible and strongly encourages its companies to move their supply chains out.